Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. From the Margaret Court Arena here in Melbourne, we continue with our big night of action coming away as we lead up to our featured attractions. And once again, it's all brought to you by Danny Green's Green Machine Boxing, along with Bell Partners High Performance. Well, fans, we're ready for our bantamweight special attraction. Please welcome the boxers as they make their way to the ring. First joining us, the number 9 ranked world contender. He is a former world title challenger joining us from Nicaragua. Please welcome Dixon Flores.
Here he comes all the way from Nicaragua. He's a former world title challenger, just 25 years of age, but already with 25 professional bouts. He is ranked the number 9 bantamweight in the world with the WBA. He's been to the top level before, and he is shown there and throughout his professional boxing career. He is a goer. He's here to fight, and he is ready to rumble. One of the little Moloneys, though, just trying to have a little nap. This, though, is a man who is here to wake up Jason Moloney. He means business. This is Dixon Flores.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring here is the number 3 world ranked contender, also a former world title challenger. Please welcome the sensational boxing twin from Melbourne, Australia, introducing Jason Moloney.
That's a man that means business. One half of the magnificent Moloney twins. He is just 165 centimetres tall, 5'5", but Jason Moloney is an aggressive, hard-punching, world-class boxer. He's an entertainment machine. He's from right here in Victoria, and as you can hear, there's a huge group of friends, family, and supporters here in the venue and watching live. He's fighting this evening for another shot at a world title, and what a night it is for the Moloney family. This is Jason Moloney. This is the Sportsbet tale of the tape. Jason Moloney 28, Dixon Flores 25. Aside from that, there is nothing in it. Flores v. Moloney. To get him introduced, it is the great Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Well, fans, this title attraction is sanctioned by the World Boxing Association, the president, Gilberto Jesus Mendoza, supervisor at ringside tonight, Lei Tavita. Introducing to you our 3 judges, scoring from ringside, Alan McCall, Martin O'Malley, and Brett Manton. Introducing our 3rd man to the ring, the referee in charge of the action, Ignatius Misalidis. All right, fans, here we go. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled for the WBA Oceania Bantamweight Championship. Introducing to you first the challenger on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with white trim, hailing from Huigalpa, Chontales, Nicaragua. He weighed in at 52.4 kilos, or 115.5 pounds. With a record of 16 wins, 6 losses, and 3 draws, he has 5 wins coming by way of knockout. Currently ranked the WBA number 9 contender. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the battle-ready former world title challenger, introducing Dixon Flores. And his opponent across the ring is the defending champion. On my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with white trim, fighting out of and representing his home of Melbourne, Victoria. He weighed in at 53.3 kilos, or 117.5 pounds. With a record of 19 wins, 1 loss, he has 16 big wins coming by way of knockout. He is currently ranked the WBA #3 bantamweight world contender. Please welcome the acclaimed former world title challenger, the current reigning and defending WBA Oceania bantamweight champion, introducing Jason Moloney. And once again, here's our referee in charge now to give instructions, Ignatius Masilidis.
All right, guys, I'll explain the rules in the change rooms. I want you to obey my commands and protect yourselves at all times. Touch guys now and good luck.
An intense stare on a big night for Jason Moloney. His WBA Oceania bantamweight title is on the line, but a lot more than that. He gets to fight in front of this massive audience, this huge crowd, and the winner of this fight should be going through to fight for a world title very soon. Jason Moloney in action first up. What a big night of action for the Moloneys. A huge night here on Fox Sports, and the expectation is that Dixon Flores is here to fight. He's going to take it up to Jason Moloney in the early stages of this one. And it is Moloney on that jab, and if you haven't seen him in action before, he punches hard with both rights and lefts. He switches. He's slick. He moves well. And for a little guy, he's got plenty of power, as we just saw with the right hands.
Beautiful work. Beautiful.
Big shot from Jason Moloney early in this fight. A big right hand got through onto Flores, and Flores bites down on the mouth guard, but he felt that.
Absolutely. Just hearing commentary, we've got Danny Green with us, just having a few technical issues early, but he'll be joining us for conversations very, very soon, watching with the eagle eye that he's got.
Moloney had great moments early on, and Flores, who they thought would come out and be aggressive, was quickly sat on his heels, and he takes a right hand again.
This is Flores, a great fight early on. Great fight early on.
It is. Flores, he's going forward, throwing shots. Nice right hand, but it's Moloney with the big shots. That one whizzes by.
Yeah, Flores' reputation for being as hard as nails. And Moloney's got everything cut out for him, but look at his great balance in the middle of the ring. Good punches, exchanging. Some good work there early on in this first round.
Really good start from Jason Moloney. He's worn some big right hands, has Flores, and Moloney just covers up to those. The body shot gets through around the back from Flores.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got some ability, but he wears a shot and he goes down. He's taken some big right hands. The third massive one caught him. And down for the first time in this fight is Dixon Flores from Nicaragua, who's going to have to dig deep to survive the final minute of this first round against a relentless Jason Moloney.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Moloney's looking for the kill very early. No favors for hanging around in there.
Oh, he's looking for it, no doubt about that. He gets to work on the jab, and he's got a right hand behind it. Then he'll go to the body as well. This is Jason Moloney in the biggest fight he's had here in Australia, at least. Flores into the guard of Moloney, goes downstairs, and so does Jason, and then he hooks around, looks for an uppercut. Flores is out of there.
Yeah, nice punch, nice body shots, and nice working up the middle there from Moloney.
Big swinging left hands from Flores, one of them into the guard, one of them over the top.
Absolutely, Flores, no slouch. He's been down, fighting very, very meanly.
Wow, what a start. Great action here between Jason Moloney and Dixon Flores, and that is Andrew Moloney, his twin brother, out in the venue having a look at the action. He's seen enough. One round was all it took. He's pretty happy. A knockdown scored, and things going according to plan.
If you just he's a very awkward customer. He's going under. You're throwing him high. He can see that, right? You've got to put him on the chest to establish your range first, so that then you can hit him clean. If not, you'll catch him, you'll clip him, you know, and it won't look. What a big knockdown.
And here are the highlights from round one.
Beautiful right hand there. And you can see throughout the fight, he was catching him early with nice right hands, working off the jab. Boom, right to the top of the head. Equilibrium went out, and down went Flores. Great punch.
Couple of flush shots to the chin came earlier on, but it was the one that glanced the top of the head that knocked the balance of Flores, and so a 10-8 round to start us off here for Jason Moloney.
Yeah, it's a great start for Moloney.
Great start for him on a massive night for their family. The twin brothers in action on this huge card. Good body shot there from Moloney with the right hands. Good body shots come back from Flores.
Absolutely. Moloney's got to be on it all the time, every second of every single round. I was going to say 24/7, but every second of every round. You know, Flores, even though Moloney's winning the rounds and winning the fight, Flores is very sharp, very, very tough.
He is, but he's taking damage from these big shots from Jason Moloney.
Indeed.
And the calls from Danny Green to Jason Moloney are get back on that jab.
Absolutely.
Oh, big right hand gets through. Flores robbled again.
Yeah, Angelo Hyder shouting out instructions.
His legs may not be all together there, Dixon Flores, and he's against the ropes now. Throws a hook, but not much on it, and back to the body goes Moloney.
Taking
underneath.
Oh,
big
nice
shot with the left hand, and that should just
that
about
could be
do
lights.
it, because that is a
there you
brutal
go.
body
It's all
shot
over.
from Jason Moloney, who is on top of the world. A relentless punching performance over less than 2 rounds from a man who has fought for a world title before, but will very soon be fighting for one again. Dixon Flores took punishment in round one, was dropped with a headshot, but it was the left hand to the body that finished him.
Thanks, guys.
And he's still down. And wanted to get up to Dixon Flores, which is great to see. But gee, that was something else from an energized Jason Moloney. What a performance we have just seen. This was a world-class opponent, Dixon Flores. Came to Australia.
And look at this action here. Nice right hand there, working well on the inside. Flores not lying down lightly, even though we took that right hand there early on in the first round. But Moloney had to be on it, relentless, constantly pushing in this two-way battle.
Yeah, these are the highlights for 12-round fitness, and we're about to see the end of it. It is a big left rip to the body.
The liver just crunched it. There you go. Oh, painful.
Oh, that's a perfect shot.
Yeah.
And Flores is up. He's sat on his stool now, and we have a very happy Moloney in the house. What a performance it was. Dixon Flores, as I said, came to Australia, expected to give him a really tough fight, Jason Moloney, but he was just too much, and he's heading over to greet his opponent, who thankfully is up and about. But what a victory it's been. Let's make it all official, get the details. Here is Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute 26 seconds in round number 2. He is the winner by way of spectacular knockout, and still the WBA Oceania Bantamweight Champion, Jason Moloney.
Jason Moloney, that went exactly according to plan, I would think.
Yeah, pretty much, mate. Wanted to make a big statement. Absolutely stoked to be fighting in such a big crowd, in front of such a big crowd and such a big audience on Main Event TV. And thank you to everybody that was involved in putting this show together. Top Rank, Green Machine Boxing, Bell Partners High Performance, and everyone else that was involved in putting this together. I really wanted to make a big statement and show that I'm ready to fight for a world title as well. Hopefully 2020 is my year, I can achieve my dream, and obviously tonight Andrew's got his chance, and hopefully early next year we'll have both of us as Australia's only 2 world champions and putting Australian boxing back on the map.
Jason, I've called a lot of your fights and watched them all. There was an extra energy about you tonight. This meant an awful lot tonight. Yeah,
definitely. I wanted to make a big statement. When you get given an opportunity to fight on a show like this, you have to impress. And, you know, fighting in front of a lot of people that maybe wouldn't normally be watching with the NRL and AFL side to this promotion. And I hope everyone sticks by us and supports Team Moloney for the rest of our careers.
Well, they'll be supporting Team Moloney in a couple of fights. Andrew came out and watched the first round. He'd seen enough. He went backstage. How do you think he goes in this massive fight this evening?
Yeah, Andrew's got this, guys. So everyone get behind him. Let's tear the roof off this joint and cheer him home. Australia's got a new world champion in about an hour's time.
And you've been training alongside one of the big fellas who are about to come out. What do you think happens between Paul Gallen and Barry Hall?
Yeah, get ready, guys. This next one will be a cracker. Big Baz is flying in the gym. Obviously, Gal's a tough nut himself, so it's going to be a cracker. I'm backing Baz, but mate, could go either way.
Congratulations, Jason Moloney. That was outstanding.
Thank you, and thank you to my team. Angelo Hyder, Tony Tolsch, Craig Wilson, Tony Nobbs, everyone else that supports us. My major sponsor, Forest One. My naming rights sponsor, Forest One. Major sponsor, the Plumbing Trade Employees Union. And everyone else who supports me and Andrew in our careers. We love you all. Thank you.
Well done. That's Jason Moloney.
One down, one to go for Team Moloney. Jason Moloney, super impressive, and perhaps he's learned the lessons of that failed world title bid against Emmanuel Rodriguez just over 12 months ago. He said he was too conservative, a little bit too slow out of the gates on that occasion, Paul. Tonight he came out, he was all business early, and that rip to the body was withering.
It was magnificent. I tell you what, I really like the way that Moloney spoke after the fight about the need to come out and impress. He realises tonight he's got an audience he's not always going to get in the boxing game with the AFL and the NRL people watching on. And this is an opportunity for a lot of people at home who've never heard of these two Moloney brothers to really appreciate how good they are. Let's remember, Flores is a world-ranked opponent tonight, and he put him out of there in 2 rounds with a body shot. And anybody who's ever been hit in the liver knows what that's like. And that's what he was setting him up for that. You could see he was backing him up against the ropes. He worked him nicely, found the angle, delivered the shot. It was just a really first-class performance from a kid who's been promising a lot and has been delivering, but unfortunately a lot of us haven't been seeing it because he's been off fighting in other lands.
Yeah, 20 wins now, 1 loss. That loss coming in that world title bout against Emmanuel Rodriguez for the bantamweight title. We'll wait and see what comes up next for Jason Moloney, but you can't be any more impressive than what he was just there. Of course, they hail from this part of the world. They're up the road at Mooroolbark, just on the edge of the Yarra Valley, the Moloney twins. They've moved now to the Kingscliff area up there on the Tweed Coast, northern New South Wales, for the last 2.5 years, training with Angelo Hyder and his team up there. It's been a great move, and that advice from Danny Green, where he said, stop sparring each other, find a good trainer, and get a world-class jab. Well, we saw a world-class jab there tonight.
Saw everything tonight. We really did. I was